Across the entire Pokemon franchise, there are very few trainers that have destroyed as many hopes and dreams as Cynthia. Cynthia is the champion in the Generation 4 Pokemon games, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. After fighting through the grueling Sinnoh Elite Four battles that are sure to leave you weakened and ready for it all to just be over, you're greeted with a team full of complete nightmares. Cynthia has remarkable team depth with phenomenal typing and great move coverage across the board. She isn't beholden to a single type like some of the prior champions, which affords her a much more diverse team, making her more difficult to completely counter. Additionally, her Pokemon are tanky, fast, strong, and really highly leveled. All of these factors come together to make her a tremendous final boss fight. I especially love that her team only has one Pokemon on it that isn't new to the Gen 4 games. It's just such a nice touch to be almost entirely all new Sinnoh Pokemon. But just how good is this team really? Is it actually good enough for Cynthia to become the champion of the Sinnoh region? In this video, I'll be playing through all of Pokemon Platinum with Cynthia's team to find out once and for all if she really could beat all 8 Sinnoh gym leaders and all 4 Sinnoh Elite Four members to rightfully claim her spot as champion. Now, to make this as accurate a test as possible, I'll only be adding members to Cynthia's team when she actually could have caught them on her actual journey through the Sinnoh region. Additionally, to keep things difficult, I'll add a level cap system to make sure I don't over-level any of these gym leader or Elite Four fights to make them too easy. But how will I build Cynthia's team as we go? Well, canonically, Cynthia starts her journey in Celestic Town, but for simplicity's sake, we'll assume that when she started her badge acquisition, she went down to the Jubilife and Oreburgh area to be near the first gym. Given that Garchomp is her ace Pokemon, I think it's pretty safe to say that Gible should be her starter. This is further confirmed by a flashback in the anime. Then, just prior to Gym 1, you can catch Badoo north of Jubilife on Route 204. In Generation 4, the only way to get Togepi before the postgame is an egg gifted to you by, coincidentally, Cynthia herself in Eterna City. Because of that, we'll give Cynthia the Togepi line in Eterna before Gym 2. Spiritomb is a static Pokemon encountered by bringing the odd keystone item to the Hallowed Tower on Route 209 after encountering a bunch of people in the underground. Route 209 is just after Hearthome City, so we'll give Cynthia Spiritomb after Fantina, which is Gym 3. Next up is Riolu, and by extension, Lucario. Technically, there's no way to get these Pokemon in Gen 4 besides the gift Riolu egg that Riley gives you on Iron Island. To honor this, we'll assume that Cynthia gets her Riolu on Iron Island, which is accessible just before Gym 6. Feebas is only obtainable in the basement of Mount Coronet, which requires strength. So that means Cynthia will have to beat Gym 6, meaning we can't get Feebas and by extension Milotic until Gym 7. As we venture along Cynthia's journey through the Sinnoh region, I'll break down each of these team members when we get them to explain how these individual puzzle pieces eventually come together to make such a threatening final team. Our gold standard here would be to check plus all 8 gym leader battles and all 4 Elite Four battles, which in my mind would all but cement Cynthia's status as the champion of Sinnoh. But hang on a second. Sinnoh isn't the only region in which Cynthia appears. In the postgame of Pokemon Black and White in Undella Town, the player can open a rather unassuming door to a pretty normal-looking house and be locked into one of the most difficult super boss fights Pokemon has to offer. This fight is iconic and so memorable. It's also one of my favorite battles in the entire franchise because it's so unexpected and such a pleasant surprise to see Cynthia back. To honor this, I'll also take Cynthia's team through the Unova region in this video to see if, in a hypothetical scenario where she started her journey in Unova instead of Sinnoh, she could become champion there too. Now, something special about this Unova run with Cynthia is that I haven't told anyone that I'm doing this. Typically, when I do these runs, I'll stream over on my Twitch channel all of the runs in their entirety, and then post the unedited versions on my other channel here on YouTube. But this time, I'm not doing that. I'm not streaming the Cynthia run through Unova, I'm not even posting it to YouTube. It's just here. This video will be the first time that anyone has seen this Cynthia Unova run. Everybody knows I'm doing the Cynthia Platinum run, but this is a complete surprise. Now, if anyone does want to see the full unedited Cynthia Unova run, I am going to post it today exclusively on my Patreon. My Patreon has tons of cut content from past videos, commentary on past videos, and sneak peeks on what's coming up in the future for the channel. I'm really grateful to everybody over on my Patreon. They have helped keep this channel afloat in trying times, even when there's no sponsors or ad revenue is weird, which happens very frequently on YouTube. So if you'd like to support the show, consider going to the link in the description and joining my Patreon. I would really appreciate it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Before we get to that Unova run, we first have to make sure Cynthia can become the champion of the Sinnoh region, which means we we have to start with gym number 1, Rourke, which means we also need to talk about Cynthia's first 2 team members, which eventually evolve into Garchomp and Roserade. Cynthia's Roserade has solid options, including Toxic and a crazy high special attack stat. Roserade's also pretty fast, so you better pray you're not weak to poison or grass, and that you have a solid special defense stat. To start, we'll have Badoo, but we'll quickly gain access to Roselia. I think this entire evolution line, even before we get access to Roserade, will provide a lot of value throughout this entire Sinnoh run, as access to status and Leech Seed are massive benefits. As for Garchomp, well, Cynthia's ace is obviously no joke. This thing has an attack stat of 130 and is also really, really fast. Earthquake, Giga Impact, and Dragon Rush hit very hard, and even if you have high physical defense or Intimidate, Garchomp still has Flamethrower for some special attack diversity. Even when we only have Gibble, we still have access to Dragon Rage, which is a move that does a flat 40 HP of damage. On early gyms, this is basically a get-out-of-jail-free card. With that, let's jump into Cynthia's first gym battle. Battle number 1 for Cynthia versus Rourke. Should just be a Badoo experience here against Onix and Geodude. Excellent. The fact that we have Mega Drain this early is quite nice. Why switch? Let's just stay in and keep it going. Mega Drain healing me off that headbutt is really nice. The only danger is getting flinched, right? Flinched or crit, I guess. All right, sweet. Easy peasy, baby. That is a check plus on Rourke, and we are on to Gardenia, where we are picking up Togepi. Togekiss is a really great normal type in Gen 4. It's tanky, it has great special attack, and Cynthia's Togekiss in particular has really solid coverage. Since Togetic is a friendship evolution, much like Roselia, we'll go ahead and just snag Togetic and Roselia here for Gym 2. As far as Togetic's move pool here, well, you'll see. So I think 2 Dragon Rages probably solves a good amount of our problems here, but not Roserade. Yeah, okay. Do you... Okay, that's gonna do a lot, actually. Okay, not nearly as much as I thought. Okay, I mean, the first 2 Pokemon are down really easily, which is nice. I would imagine we don't live a move here. But if we do, Sand Attack would be nice. Yeah, there's no way we survive that. Yeah. We resist that. Good. Let's Yawn. And then let's Sweet Kiss for good measure. And then you know what time it is, baby. We're ripping that metronome, homie. Come on. Okay, Lovely Kiss, not helpful. Signal Beam, pretty good. That's a good one. And by pretty good, I meant okay. Rock Blast, not it, but it's doing damage. There's the Berry. We're hitting again. The damage on Rock Blast, not bad. Okay, Confused, hitting itself. Come on, Air Slash. Ancient Power, okay. Dude. Hang on. Okay, I missed E-Speed. That's not what you want to see. Missing E-Speed, not what you want to see. Okay, there's the Stun Spore. Sweet Kiss again. Come on now. Strength is really good. Strength is really good. Yes! Dude, what a maniacal laugh. I didn't mean to sound like that. I was just overcome with joy. It's a check plus, dude. Metronome, my goat. We're moving on. This is the last fight we have to clear in order to earn Spiritomb. So I'm hoping we win this. This should be 2 D-Rages. Yeah, okay. Baits the heal as well. That's actually quite nice. That putting it in heal range is remarkably good. Okay. Confuse Ray Opener. Okay, then I definitely live Psybeam because it would pick that. Unfortunate. Come on. Good. Okay. I missed Stun Spore, but it's fine. Okay. Sweet Kiss. It can't use Shadow Ball on me, so... Yeah, okay, the damage is real bad. We're good. We're fine. Worst case scenario would be Metronome Explosion or Self-Destruct, because I can't hit it with that. But we have to click it. We have to use it. Come on. Reflect? Okay. Okay. Could be worse. If that's up during Haunter, that's actually decent. But probably it won't be. Minimize. Okay, these are fine. These are fine moves. These are fine moves. Sing, not helpful, but that's okay. Still asleep. This is like max sleep. Shadow Ball, dude, get out of town. Get out of town. Every bone in my body is telling me to finish this with Gabite, but why fix what isn't broken? Okay. Okay. Okay, it is not working. It is not working anymore. Okay, it chose Sucker Punch. Oh, is it gonna keep doing that? Okay, then we're fine. Nice. The metronome setup is complete. We now enact our plan. Just hit through Confusion. Huge. What do we get? Double Edge. That would be really good, but it's Ghost type. Okay, I hit myself. Mud Bomb. Okay, it has Levitate. So far, not great. Smog would be really bad even if it hit. Okay, we did some damage. Nasty Plot. Okay, just get Shadow Ball now. Come on, man. Oh my god. It's doing the same thing to me that I did to it. Come on. No. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. I could have finished this fight already, but this is more fun. This is more fun, surely. I'm waking up really quickly. Oh my god. I'm getting some health back. This is so dumb. I only have one metronome left, so don't even worry about it. Oh my god, it won't stop, dude. Oh my god. Ugh. I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. Oh my god, okay, I woke up and snapped out. Hit yourself? No, naturally you would never do that. Okay, our final metronome. Come on. Something good? All right, we gotta switch. Could I have finished that about 1,000 times faster? Yeah, but we had more fun this way. Check plus, and we now get Spiritomb, and we're moving on to Maylene. Now that we've cleared Fantina, we finally get access to what I think might actually be the deadliest Pokemon on Cynthia's entire team, Spiritomb. Obviously, Garchomp has the highest raw power output, but Spiritomb has the X factor. When you battle Cynthia, it's likely the first time you'll ever see Spiritomb. That makes it really hard for new players to know what to do. This thing has no weaknesses since the fairy type doesn't exist yet, so you might just keep trying different attacks hoping for the best, and you still never get that super effective text box. Spiritomb has solid defenses, and it hits like a truck. I wish we had Spiritomb for Fantina, but regardless, I'm just glad to have it now. Oh no! D-Rage, still good. Okay, not as good now. Okay. We finally have Spiritomb, one of the coolest cries in the entire franchise. We are gonna curse immediately. As we know from many videos in this series, this is one of the best moves in the game. And it's not particularly close. Spiritomb, thank you for your service. Nice. Curse should take. Beautiful. Now, in my opinion, there's really only one way to finish this. And it should be obvious. All right, point taken. Point taken. Understood. Togetic said, I don't want to do this anymore. And you know what? Fair enough. It's had enough. That might be one of the greatest all-time metronome interactions. Check plus, and we are on to the Crasher Wall. As we enter Gym 5, Crasher Wake, we'll go ahead and evolve Togetic into Togekiss and Roselia into Roserade. Both of these Pokemon evolve via the Shiny Stone item, so it's kind of hard to say when exactly we should evolve them, but in the past on this channel, I've sort of always treated Gym 5 as the point when Trade and Stone Pokemon get to evolve, kind of regardless of region. This feels correct mostly because starter Pokemon and non-pseudo legendaries usually hit their final evolution stage by Gym 5's level cap. I love Togekiss's just like derpy smile. We have Shockwave, which is a beautiful thing. Lived on one. Lived on one, by the way. Probably a range, but I don't know that for sure. I haven't run the calc, so I don't know. Okay. I don't think this takes. Togekiss is pretty tanky. This won't do a ton of damage, but it'll do enough. Okay, never mind. I forget that Floatzel actually isn't that tanky and is just a menace for other reasons in all the previous videos. Okay, no flinch and no freeze. Good. And this should be free as you like, I presume. Cool. Easy Crasher Wake, baby. Check plus, and we are on to Byron. Entering Gym 6 here, we finally get Lucario. Lucario shouldn't really need an introduction. This thing is a beast. Cynthia's Lucario is a remarkably good mixed attacker with solid coverage and great options. I expect this thing to delete a ton of the late game threats. See how much this does. More than enough. More than enough. Good, the damage is more than fine. Togekiss is very, very good. Which is funny because Togetic is very, very bad, except in this run, evidently. Our first Lucario appearance. This should do it. Beautiful, it's a check plus, and we are moving on. Arriving at gym number 7, at long last, we finally get access to our final team member, Milotic. Milotic is mono water type, which is just inarguably great typing. She's also tanky, strong, and Cynthia's Milotic has Mirror Coat on its final set, which is just a nasty choice from Game Freak. If you're caught off guard here, this Mirror Coat is gonna feint your best special attacker, no questions asked. And with that, our team is complete, meaning we know exactly what Pokemon we have for the rest of the run, which means we only have 2 gym battles left and all 4 Elite Four members left to find out if Cynthia can indeed become champion of the Sinnoh region. Let's do this. I mean, Lucario should clean house here. In theory. Aura Sphere because it has lower special defense than defense. Same on Abomasnow. Yeah, it's just going Team Order here. Okay, wow, Abomasnow actually has slightly, very slightly lower defense than special defense. I think we just throw Ominous Wind immediately because we're gonna have this meme constantly. Luckily, I mean, we have enough Pokemon that we should get through 5 Blizzards in decent shape. But we are already missing because it's +1 and it has Snow Cloak. I love this game, by the way. Obviously, Lucario can't do anything, so the reason I'm clicking Close Combat is just for fun. No, I was hoping you would select Blizzard so I could do some Blizzards on Lucario who can't do anything, but okay. Okay, it is. Nice. Good. Does Spiritomb have pressure? Yeah, so that's actually 4 Blizzards. Or wait, no, that's all 5. Let's get some chip damage. And then just go for raw damage. If we ever hit. If we truly ever hit. Yeah, go to +6, you monster. Come on, man. Oh my god, I hit? At least Sandstorm overwrites the hail. We have Shockwave, which never misses, so that's nice. Is that heal range? Damn. Should be fine, though. This is like a 5-shot or something. Maybe 4-shot on good ranges. That's unfortunate. Classic, dude. Classic. That special defense drop from Psychic and Shadow Ball happens to me so frequently. Okay. Somehow, even at -2 special defense, we're fine. Wow. Okay, that was really annoying. Not unexpected, but check plus and we're on to Volkner. I mean, this Earthquake should put in massive work. Just tremendous work. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's Luxray. Guys, do you think I should switch to Lucario and use a fighting type move? That'd probably be good, right? Oh, a bug move I should use? Okay, I'll remember that for next time. That's smart. That's smart. Yeah, I mean, this is going about as you'd expect. Yeah, I mean, he just did not stand a chance. That is a check plus for sure. And we are on to Aaron. Provided we hit Stone Edge, we should be fine. Oh, we're faster. Okay. I don't think this is going to be very hard. The Stone Edge reversal. I also got crit. Okay, hang on. There's drama. There's drama. Joke's on you. I'm not weak to anything. I mean, Cynthia's team is just, like, so dominant. It should be Garchomp for the rest. I think we live that. Yeah, nice. Good. And then we have Flamethrower for you. Yeah. And that is a check plus, and we're on to Bertha. All right, we are definitely energy balling here. They said she wouldn't be balling. Who up energizing they balls? Roserade, evidently. Good job, Twitch chat. Nice one. Sending out Hippowdon last, making the Sandstorm benefit the least beneficial possible that it could be. Oh, you lived on what? Okay, I'm gonna Ice Beam in that case. And then, I mean, we could just wait to wake up. That'll be fine. And if my Milotic goes down, we'll just switch to Roserade. That's not an issue. Okay. That is a check plus on Bertha. We still have not used a single heal in this run, and we are on to Flint. This Earthquake is going to be putting in some work. I will tell you that. This is the ultimate test. If we one-shot you, it is truly curtains for this team. That is a tough look for Flint. That is a tough look. Yeah, this is, yeah. This is a, yeah. Yep. Yeah, this is a yup. What a sentence I just let out into the world that will be immortalized forever in the form of an internet video on YouTube. I got outsped? I took some damage. You know what, Flint? Good for you, dude. Well done. I'm proud of you for doing some damage. At least you went down swinging. It is a check plus, and we are on to Lucian, the most difficult of the Elite Four. Reflect opener this time. Actually, that could be good if it doesn't go for light screen. Okay, nice. That's really good. No para, please. All right, we're in much better position. Turns out getting that crit with Air Slash was no good. That and then a Stone Edge crit really decided that. But this fight is actually remarkably easy if you just don't play bad and don't get super unlucky. This has Levitate, not Heat Proof. It's kind of annoying. At +1, I think you stay out of heal range here, maybe? No. I actually might not have any heals left. Classic. A burn would be cool. It is setting... Okay. It's like it is setting up. That's quite good. At least Gallade didn't have Swords Dance. Yeah, don't remind me. We are so tanky, dude. Okay, that was actually fine. Like, really fine, and we're still without any heals. Just fine, but anyway. And with that, Cynthia is officially the champion of the Sinnoh region. I never really had any doubts. I even made this more difficult by giving her her team members piecemeal over time throughout her journey, and even then, she still wiped the floor with everybody. But the question still stands, can she beat herself in the mirror match? Classic. Good. That can miss. Oh, low-key, I forgot my Lodic had Ice Beam. I completely forgot I had this. Let's just say that Dark Pulse damage mattered. If I by some miracle lived that would have been good. Imagine I get paralyzed again and miss Air Slash. Or poison, not paralyzed. Did I say paralyzed? Okay. Good. And then this one's just up to the speed tie. Right, E-speed. Duh. Well, we have Earthquake. Should be fine. Okay. Ice Beam. Right, okay. It's not over. Okay, well now we get to find out if that Ice Beam was a range or if the Dark Pulse mattered. I feel like I live this, maybe. Yeah, okay, so the Dark Pulse literally mattered. Wow, all right. That is a check plus. Cynthia has swept everybody without using a single heal. Cynthia is definitively champion of the Sinnoh region, and it's not particularly close. So Cynthia didn't really wind up having any issues in the Sinnoh region. That's not entirely surprising. But now we move into Unova, which is completely uncharted territory for this channel. Even though Cynthia is technically the super boss in both Black and White 1 and Black and White 2, we'll be using her team from the original games instead of the sequels for a few reasons. Firstly, and probably most importantly, her Black and White 1 team actually has Gen 5 representation on it, whereas the sequel team doesn't. Secondly, since Black and White 1 are the primary story games for Gen 5, it just kind of feels correct. As for when we're gonna get access to her team members, it's kind of hard to say since a lot of her Pokemon are unobtainable in Gen 5. To remedy this, here's what I've come up with. Just like before, Gible will be her starter. Technically, you can't catch Rufflet and thus get access to Braviary until after Gym 7, but to add some actual Gen 5 diversity to this run, and since it's a completely theoretical run anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and give Cynthia Rufflet before Gym 1. This way, there will actually be a Unovan Pokemon on the team for the entire run. One thing I should note about Rufflet is that having it this early isn't actually a huge leg up versus any of her other team members, especially because Rufflet evolves into Braviary at level 54, meaning according to our level caps for Gen 5, we're not gonna have Braviary until the champion fight, assuming we can get there. So, you know, it's fine. Since we didn't get to see much of Lucario in the last run until way late, I'll give Cynthia Riolu prior to Gym 2 since we got a third member in the Sinnoh run prior to Gym 2. But to keep things challenging, I won't evolve Riolu until a bit later, even though it's just a friendship evolution. After Gym 3, just like in Sinnoh, we'll pick up Spiritomb, and then after Gym 5 is when you gain access to Chargestone Cave, where you can catch Tynamo. For our final member, to honor the fact that technically we shouldn't have gotten Rufflet until after Gym 7, I'll hold off on adding Feebas and thus Milotic until after Gym 7. That way we don't have a full team of 6 until the final gym. I'm very curious to see how Cynthia's team will perform here throughout the Unova region. Not only that, but I'm also really excited as this is kind of a sneak peek into the Gen 5 games ahead of the Victory Road and Elite Four videos that I will be making about Gen 5 in the coming months. Oh, and one more surprise. If Cynthia is able to clear the Unova region and become champion, which of course we don't know yet, then I have one more challenge for her. Cynthia isn't the only incredibly difficult super boss fight found in these early Pokemon games. There's one more, and it just so happens to be another trainer that I made a video on this year. And I constantly think about them sort of in regards to one another because they're both so difficult. I always wonder which of them would win in a head-to-head. So, if Cynthia can become champion of the Unova region, then I will take her team to Mount Silver in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver and put Cynthia versus Red. Those are the stakes. Let's see how Cynthia performs in Gen 5. So for the Striaton gym, I chose Snivy as my starter for this save file, such that I would battle Chili, because Chili is the most difficult of the three, in my opinion, for any team, because Chili's Pokemon have the best moves. His fire type has Incinerate, whereas the other two trainers have Vine Whip and Water Gun, respectively. So I just think that we're gonna have, you know, the most difficult experience here with Chili. But here we go, our first battle of Gen 5 on the channel. I love Gen 5 so much, so I'm so excited. Leading out with Lillipup. We've got our boy Gible. I love the sprite work so much. The sprite work is so good. Why can I not? Okay. My Pokemon are disobeying me. That's a good start. Hopefully that's fixed after we get this first batch. I'm leveled too high, apparently. Okay, work up. Attack and special attack up. Will derage taken 1? It will. We are good to go. That is a check plus on Chili, and we are on to Lenora. It's very funny that the level cap on Gym 1 puts you over the level threshold for Pokemon obeying you. We should be good now, though, because the level cap here is 20. And level 20 is the first gym, what the first gym badge allows you to have. Okay, Intimidate Opener on Herdier. So I might actually swap to Rufflet to get rid of that -1 attack. Leer? That was weird. There were like some stray pixels on Herdier's sprite there. We could even Hone Claws, honestly. Takedown. Okay, well, nice crit. Not what you want to see. Let's go ahead and Force Palm and hope it's enough. Okay, good. I feel like Watchog is not going to open with an attack. Otherwise, I would just go for counter, but I think I'm going to Force Palm open. Okay, it was Retaliate open. Never mind. So I absolutely should have countered there. That would have taken in one, but that's okay. We got the Paralyze. Massive para. Okay, huge. Nice. We are through Lenora, check plus, and we're on to Berg. Okay, I think to open on Berg here, we're going to Hone Claws, which is an incredible move. How much is that going to do? Not much. So I'm actually going to Hone Claws again, because even if we get poison now, I mean, I feel like at +2, Wing Attack is just going to do a lot. Rufflet has Sheer Force, which we can't... Oh, it's Aerial Ace, not Wing Attack, which we can't really take advantage of with any of our moves right now, but still, +2 is really good. So obviously this is going to be neutral. Wow, and it does live. Okay. There's the Hyper. A Hyper on Gym 3 is really something else. And then Aerial Ace again. Wow, both heals on the Dwebble. Okay. Bob's your uncle. Easy as you like. Do we outspeed you? Maybe not, dude. We don't. Do I live Razor Leaf? Probably not. I do. Wow. Okay, this is going to do a lot. This should take for sure. Yeah, I think that's 4x. I think it's Grass Bug. Tough. Well, it's a check plus on Berg, and we are on to, and I'm going to do my best to pronounce this, Elesa? Question mark? Unclear at this time if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I've always found this gym really difficult because Emolga is just the worst. But Dragon Claw should do good damage here. Aerial Ace, okay, not that much. How much do you do? Oh, plenty. It has static, so I'm just gonna derage to dodge static here on the second hit. Okay. I think one of them might have Volt Switch, but we're ground type, obviously, so that doesn't affect us. Okay, there's the static. Unfortunate. I mean, it was bound to happen eventually, right? I mean, not literally bound to happen. You're not guaranteed to get paralyzed, but likely. Okay, nice. Just Zebstrika to go. All right, let's open Curse. Spark will do a decent chunk. Not as much as I thought. And then we can Shadow Sneak turn 2 just to get some damage. Volt Switch, okay. That will take. And we'll switch to Lucario. So this will be a heal turn for sure. I'm actually going to Screech just to ensure we get through this easily. Okay, it was a miss. Epic. I'll counter this turn. Flame Charge. I forgot you had this. Okay, I probably don't live that. Oh, it didn't do nearly as much as I thought it would. Beautiful. Beautiful, easy peasy. Check plus, and we are on to Clay. It doesn't have Intimidate. Really? Is that just Crocodile that has Intimidate? Okay, well that changes things. I just figured it did. That is a wild sound effect for Crunch. Okay, this will bait a heal. We'll go ahead and swap to Lucario. There's the curse. And then I think we just force palm here. Good. Yeah, that lowers speed. Not faster anymore, okay. Muddy Water would be cool if it were like a 2-type attack. Like if it were ground and water, that would be neat. Probably way too OP though. Swampert would have a field day with Muddy Water if that were the case, I guess. Force Palm or counter? It might open with like Hone Claws or something. I don't really remember what it has. Let's just Force Palm. It was Bulldoze. Okay, we definitely could have counter. Okay. Well, it crit, so maybe not. He'll definitely have another heal, so I think we just curse. So that way we can get some chip at least. Excadrill is kind of nasty, dude. This Pokemon is very, very good. There's a reason the Gen 5 speedrun uses it. We are outsped, okay. I probably live that, yeah. And no flinch, nice. Interesting to go for Rock Slide instead of another Bulldoze. Because Bulldoze is neutral. Okay, nice. Easy peasy, sort of. Check plus and we're on to Skyla. Amnesia, okay. Luckily, we are in the later gen games now and Dragon Claw is physical. Nice damage. Very good. Dodged any memes there, which is nice. We outspeed, really? Wow, okay. I'm gonna slash to hopefully keep it out of heal range. Okay, well, I crit, so that doesn't really help. Okay. Quick attack again. No, heal again. Wow. Okay. They are hyper potion hungry in the Unova League, dude. Oh my god. There it is. Okay. They knew. They knew I was gonna pick counter, dude. They knew it. They knew. Okay. Swanna left. I mean, I just feel like it would be rude not to use Tynamo here, even though obviously not the best Pokemon in the world. If we live Bubble Beam, Spark will do a lot. Okay, we did. Does this one-shot? Maybe? Question mark? Let's go. All right, check plus and we're on to Brycen. Vanillish, my beloved. I love this Pokemon. Unfortunately, we have picked up Swords Dance, which means it's probably curtains for this Ice-type team. I think just one Swords Dance should be sufficient to take out Beartic in one. Yeah, for sure. The experience has unfortunately taken us over the level cap, but I don't think it would matter either way. Even if we were like 2 or 3 levels lower than we are right now, I think we clear this with Lucario just fine. Yeah. That is check plus, and we are on to Drayden, gym number 8. Okay, so we can't go +4 because then we get dragon-tailed. So let's just go +2 and hope that's enough for Fracture. Okay, it does want to go +2 on us. Interesting. Okay. Well, now this is interesting. Now we quick attack on the heal turn. Oh, no, I should have Swords Danced on that turn, actually. That would have been much smarter. If I Swords Danced to +4, this would have been guaranteed free. But now there's a little drama. Dredagon, a pure dragon type. Nice para. Okay, we definitely should have gone +4, yeah. Well, this is not exactly the Pokemon you want to see. But we can Hone Claws. We might be able to do this with Rufflet. Chip away. Me when I drop a chip? Nah, that wasn't funny. That wasn't funny. That wasn't it. That wasn't it, I'll tell you that. Haxorus is so cool, it's actually ridiculous. Absolutely no business being this sick. Tailwind maybe would have been smart. I don't know. It is setting up, but we are faster, so long as we can chip a little bit, we should be fine. Man, if I had just +4'd on Lucario on that heal turn on Fracture, we would be so fine. But instead, I'm having to do all this extra stuff. Okay, I think surely it attacks. Okay. That did a lot. And the para. Okay, that's a heal turn. We will Nasty Plot. Which is what, we should have done with Lucario, basically. And then we Ominous Wind. We got the Omni Boost. We don't need it. Well, we maybe need it to survive Dragon Tail, but it's fine. No. Wow, we did live. Oh my god. Just that +1, dude. And the Curse will take, and that is a check plus, and we're on to the Elite Four. Pretty exciting. So as we get into the Elite Four here, we can do them in any order, obviously. All 4 of them have 4 team members that are all basically at the same levels with the same level cap, which is kind of fun. This is the first time that they ever let you do the Elite Four in whatever order you wanted. We're going to just do them clockwise every time so that it's the same order every time. And if ever I fail one of them, I'll just see how many I can beat. Truly one of the best songs in video games. Okay, we're +2. An Omni Boost would go crazy here. From my mouth to God's ear, dude. Holy moly. Okay, we are so back. Let's absolutely go, dude. You outspeed me? I'm +1? Okay, we're fine. We're fine, maybe? My God. Do we outspeed you? Now I don't know anything. I don't know anything anymore. Okay, let's go Spiritomb. Huge. Surely we outspeed you. Yeah, okay. So it's just Chandelier. Wow. I love Chandelier. Incredible Pokemon. You lived. Oh my god, this thing is so bulky. Okay. Okay, heard that. Electros, another of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. A Pokemon that has, and a lot of people have said this is not a hot original take, but wowee, is this Pokemon way cooler in sprite form than the 3D model they've given him. Just a massive difference. Anyway, that is a check plus on Chantal, and we move on to, his name is like Grimsley or something? Okay, we need to be quick about this setup because we can't dilly-dally. Everything here is really strong. Sand Attack. How cool. How cool. I mean, if you'll let me, I'll go to +4. Please don't Sand Attack again. Just use a move. You have super effective moves on me. Okay. It's like, just attack me. Okay, that did a lot. Please hit this. Okay. So Crocodile will put us +3 instead of +4. This is partially why the double sword stance is so good. We just need to hit this. Oh, it outspeeds. Not unexpected. Crocodile is very good. Okay, well, we have Milotic. Good, we hit Hydro Pump. It should do it. Good. Garchomp's mouth is open, and it's just, he's just like, and then he squishes himself underground. Great. We don't have Earthquake yet. We're just using Dig, which is something. It almost did it. Okay. He never thought he would use that move. What, pray tell, did he mean by that? I don't know if that was a range on Dig, but we're just going to use Slash to bypass it altogether. One cool thing is that since these teams are so good, oh my god, we get to see a diverse amount of our team, which is great. Yeah, full restore number 2. I really tried to play around that. And yet, we super low rolled on the second one. Okay. Good lord. We'll just open with the with Thunder Wave. Limber, I'm a moron. We're actually not going to open with the Paralysis. See, as we get deeper into the later generation games, my knowledge gaps are going to start growing. They're already quite wide in weird places, but they're going to get even wider, trust me. That's a great example. I could not have told you Lipard's ability from a mile away, even if I wanted to. But regardless, that is a check plus, and we are on to the fighting type whose name is Marshall, maybe? It turns out it's not actually perfectly clockwise. It's bottom left, bottom right, top right, in the order that I made this layout image for some reason, so that's just the order we're gonna do them in. I don't know. Nice miss. Rain Dance assisted Hydro Pump should do a lot. My god, dude. This thing is a monster. Presumably he won't heal the same poke twice this early in the fight. Nice crit. Huge. Sok has sturdy, so we definitely want to play around that. We'll just Thunderbolt twice, I think. Yeah. Why not use a fighting type move? I don't understand. I do not understand, but that is okay. We probably outspeed. Yeah, okay. Decent damage. Okay. I mean, we definitely don't live that. Speed down. What's our biggest attack? We just need to hit the 75% accurate Dragon Rush. How hard could it be? Okay. Very good. You know what? I'm actually going to dig. I think this will two-shot. Oh, the jump kick. Wait, I made the absolute best possible call. Very nice. That is a check plus on Marshall, and we are on to the last Elite Four member, whose name is Caitlyn. I didn't have to look that up. Trust me. I believe it is canonically Caitlyn's house that Cynthia hangs out in Undella Town. I think that's correct. So this is kind of an interesting match. Thematically, I guess. I don't really think she can do much up against Spiritomb. I think we're in decent shape, except for the fact that I didn't restore PP on Ominous Wind, so we're gonna have to heal that. We got the Omni Boost again? Oh, Dark Pulse is special? Okay, never mind. For some reason, I thought Dark Pulse was physical, but we're fine. No flinch. Huge. That's a wild sound. We're so fine. And that'll do it. That is a check plus on all 4 Elite Four members with Cynthia's team, which is huge. That's awesome. These are quite difficult battles, actually. But this does raise a somewhat interesting question. So as we head down into the Champions Room, some of you will know that in Black and White 1, when you beat all 4 Elite Four members, you don't challenge the champion. You actually battle N and then Getsis, and then it's the end of the game. But it doesn't make much sense to take trainers through that, since that's canonically a thing that only happens to us as the main protagonist of Gen 5, rather than to, like, Cynthia or any of the Victory Road trainers in Unova, or any of the Elite Four members in Gen 5. So we kind of have an interesting situation here. What I have done specifically for Cynthia is I've set up a save for us to battle Alder, which he's the champion of the Unova region, but he's only you can only challenge him after you do round 2 of the Elite Four, so his team is in the 70s, and that's fine for Cynthia, who's a super boss for this region anyway. But I'm curious what you in the comments think at home about when we get to Unova for Victory Road and Elite Four in 2026. I think because that's the case, and I don't think any of them should have to battle, you know, N or Getsis, maybe it's okay for trainers who make it to Victory Road or make it to the Elite Four. You know, obviously we can settle that without having to worry about any of this. But for trainers who go above and beyond and want to challenge the champion, maybe it's just if they can clear all 4 Elite Four members, then they would be champion, so that we don't have to deal with this weirdness of, like, should they be fighting Alder or should they be fighting N and Getsis or nobody? I'm curious what you think. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. But obviously, we don't have to worry about any of that right now, because I went ahead and made the save so that Cynthia could challenge Alder, because I think it is a fitting challenge for her. All right, we finally have Braviary after all this time. I don't know why he evolves so late. But regardless, let's Brave Bird. Do we go down to recoil after this? Maybe. A crit as well. I don't think that crit mattered. Let's just close combat to be absolutely sure that we KO, even though Vanillix is like my second favorite Pokemon ever, and I would wish to keep it on screen all the time for the rest of eternity. It is what it is. We have Stone Edge on Garchomp, so luckily we have something to deal with you. A miss. Okay. Things just got a lot more interesting with that one miss. Should KO. Good. Surely I hit. Good. This is gonna do a lot. Good. Rough Skin is obviously fine. Escavalier, or to the cultured, Escavalier, is 4x weak to fire. So, luckily, we have Flamethrower. Excellent. I'm curious if close combat is enough here. It's not. Okay, I'm not entirely shocked by that, honestly. This Earthquake is going to do a lot in that case. Yeah, okay. Unfortunate. We're going to use Braviary because of Retaliate, but I think Retaliate might actually just shed its secondary effect in favor of Sheer Force, so I'm not really sure. Regardless, it will do a lot of damage. I'm just not sure if it will have the benefit of the previous turn feint or not. Yeah, maybe not. And then let's Crush Claw. Again, Sheer Force will put in a lot of work there. Good. Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, easy enough. That is a check plus on the champion, and I think there's no doubt now. Cynthia is just truly one of the greatest trainers in the Pokemon franchise. We have easily cleared all of Sinnoh and all of Unova. I mean, that is pretty definitive to me. I think Cynthia has definitely earned her spot in both of those regions for sure. And that's that. Cynthia has definitively swept the Unova region and become champion in Gen 5. Again, not a huge surprise, but definitely really cool. But that means it's time to put Cynthia versus Red. As for what to do to make Cynthia's team stronger versus Red's level 80 plus team, Cynthia actually has a post-game rematch team in Platinum, so we'll use that to fight Red in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. The Pokemon are the same as her earlier Platinum team, just with a few move changes and obviously leveled up. For what level to actually put them to, I'll level Cynthia's team up to the level of Red's lowest level Pokemon, his Lapras. That way, this is a proper challenge. I've talked about Red's team at length on this channel, and for good reason. It's really difficult. If Cynthia's monster team has one glaring weakness, it's probably ice types. Garchomp, Togekiss, and Roserade all hate to see Blizzard coming, and that's one of Red's most common moves. Not only that, but it's snowing atop Mount Silver, which means Blizzard can't miss. How will Cynthia deal with this? Let's find out. It is time for Super Boss versus Super Boss. We're going up against Red here in Heart Gold, Soul Silver to decide who the ultimate Super Boss is in the early games. Here we go. The opener choice is obvious. Earthquake is definitely a one-shot on Pikachu, which is nice. Swap to Lucario. It doesn't do a lot, but it does more than I'd like. Different colored Aura Sphere. Okay, this is a clean two-shot. We just have to dodge a crit on Brycen. Cool. 2 down. Beautiful. No Flare Blitz because Lucario was low enough. That would be nice if that took, but the hail doesn't do enough. Luckily, Cynthia's team kind of hard counters reds in a lot of these situations. Withdrew into Venusaur. Interesting. Okay. Wow. All right. We outspeed. Very good. We came prepared for this. Giga Drain, not unexpected, but you don't get that much health back. What do we switch in? With the hail, I'm sure this works. Yeah, okay. And if Charizard comes back out, we're fine. Snorlax next. And we live Blizzard here. Almost certainly. Just kidding. Really, not stab? I thought that would do less. Okay, well, hope for flinch. This won't do much. Yeah. Oh, crunch is neutral. Okay. I mean, it's just gonna be chip damage. Any flinch is really good. That's a crit. Oh, right, we can't use Ominous Wind, obviously. Yeah, good point. Okay, well, that's 2 Blizzards gone. Wow, I lived. Okay, doesn't matter, but... So that's 3 Blizzards down, I think. Okay, good. That did even, like, less than I thought it would. Okay. That's bad. Roserade might outspeed. Potentially. You go down to Blizzard for sure, so we just have to. We don't outspeed. I might maybe live this because it's not stab. Okay. If we had Giga Drain instead of Energy Ball, this would be free, but we don't. Huge crit. Absolutely massive crit. Absolutely huge. Holy moly, dude. Oh my god. Wow, okay. Wow. Wow. Okay, we just need Garchomp to close it out. Fitting. So I think we just Giga Impact. Giga Impact is safest because it's 15% more accurate than Dragon Rush. I outspeed? Wait, how? Huge. Okay. Yes. Wow, that was a nail biter, dude. No heals. I did not heal. Not a heal in sight. That is a really difficult fight. Shocker, I know. Wow, GG's. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and please consider subscribing. I truly cannot thank all of you enough that have already subscribed, or anyone who's commented or liked or even just watched any of these videos. I try to remind myself all the time how lucky I am, how fortunate I am to be in this position where I get to make these videos as my job. It's really cool to be able to express myself artistically in the medium and just to make something that I'm proud of, and then people watch and enjoy it. I truly am so grateful, and I hope everybody has a tremendous end to their year, and please look forward to the amazing things I've got coming in 2026. I promise things are only going to get bigger for this channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.